All right, welcome to yet another amazing moment right here on Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. This is Real Estate Market Trend. Yes, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, Lagos, Nigeria. Everyone outside Lagos, Nigeria. Trust you are having a beautiful Monday afternoon. My name is David, and this is Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. On the market trend this afternoon, we want to talk about the new land survey fees that would take off in Lagos. We are also going to look into the warning that federal government is giving to developers against substandard buildings as they use inferior materials. Remember, I said this some time ago when we had a discussion about increase in the price of cement and the fact that it's going to bring about what's the word now? It's going to bring about substandard building or unethical operation of developers, and the fact that the increase in cement price will bring about substandard buildings and unprofessional, because of the fact that yes, they want to improvise, because of the fact that developers want to improvise, developers want to still make money, and all that is going to bring about some sort of unprofessional activity, unprofessional activity as far as the development and real estate is concerned. And for those that would not want to compromise, yes, those that wouldn't want to compromise would end up having or putting up structures that would be super expensive for people to afford. Also, this afternoon, we'll look into female engineers as they launch Tech Innovation Hub in Lagos. We are also going to talk about the Ministry of the Economic Financial Crimes Commission as the partner on housing fraud detection platform. Platform monitoring. All right, we are also going to talk about the economy, yes, as it affects property owners and the fact that they are now converting their offices to apartments. We're also going to talk about this afternoon developers. Others urge federal government to implement real estate policies, and then we'll look into Shelter Africa to support National Social Housing Fund. And also this afternoon, NIOB wants government to prioritize builders' document in project. This and many more we are going to be talking about this beautiful afternoon on the real estate market trend. Yes, what we do on the real estate market trend is to bring to you the latest information. We bring you abreast, we bring you up to date with happenings in the real estate world, and as far as property is concerned, this is where you get the very best of information, the very best of real estate information. This is where you get the very best of property information, and this is the place to be. Do not forget to like, to comment, to share. I'd love to know where you are watching me live from, what you are up to at this very moment. Yes, I'd love to hear from you this beautiful Monday afternoon. Exactly 5 minutes past the hour of 1. Let's quickly segue into our discussion for this afternoon. We'll begin with new land survey fees take off in Lagos dim home ownership. The Nigerian Institution of Surveyors (NIS) has launched a fresh increase in land survey fees in Lagos area, which is bound to affect the quest for home ownership and further compound housing crisis in the state. The increase by Lagos chapter of the institution, which may engineer more to toe the same part of increasing their professional scale of fees in the built environment sector bodies, has unsettled the housing industry, while experts and private developers foresee increase in land and housing costs. The chapter had raised the land survey plan fees by over 500%. That's amazing. Starting from January 1, The indices for costing survey projects include job content, personnel, instrumentation, transportation and logistics, materials, value of land, type of vegetation, professional development and administration charges, and contingencies. In 2007, the fees cut across different zones of the state. For instance, Ikorodu, Ekpe, Badagry, Ojo, and Ajorumi, Ifelodun local governments were raised from 120,000 to 350,000. Lagos Island, Etiosa, Ikeja, and Apapa went up from 300,000 to 1 million naira, while Shomolu, Alimosho, Mushin, Agege, Ibeju, Lekki, Koshofe, Lagos Mainland, Amodofin local government increased from 180,000 to 650,000. When the survey fee were announced in 2017, Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDAN, through its council, Ebun Olu Adegboruwa, wrote to the surveyors and asked them to suspend the implementation of the proposed increment to give room for further interaction and dialogue with all stakeholders in the building industry. Redan also made a case that the increment will have a ripple effect on the cost of land, as other professionals involved in the real estate business, such as lawyers, architects, engineers, and town planners, will also increase the cost of their own service, which will all be borne by the end users. It will also rubbish the efforts of the government towards achieving affordable housing. Under the 2024 scale of fees, Lagos State is now divided into 5 zones. Zone A consists of Lagos Island, Ikeja, Etiosa, Apapa, Councils, and Atlantic Ocean. All waterfront property within Lagos Island, Etiosa, Ibeju, Lekki, and Apapa. Other areas include the Ikorodu Road from Costain Roundabout to Maryland, Idoya Alaro, up to 200 meters from the edge of the road. Lagos Badagry Expressway from Orile Igomu to Ijanikin, up to 200 meters from the edge of the road. It includes Apapa Oshodi Expressway from Apapa, Tinkan Port of Ifako, Bagada, and Airport Road up to MMIA, up to 200 meters from the edge of the road. Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, Ilezik to Abulegba, up to 200 meters from the edge of the road. Agege Motor Road from Ojuelegba to Ilezik, up to 200 meters from the edge of the road. And Lagos Ibadan Expressway from the foot of the 3rd Mainland Bridge to the Lagos-Ogun boundary, up to 200 meters from the edge of the road. The minimum survey fees range from 1,575,000 to 42,993,125 naira. Amazing. Zone B has a price range of between 1 million and 33,242,117 naira. Areas involved are Koshofe, Lagos Mainland, Surulere, Shomolu councils. Others are Lekki Ekpe Expressway corridor. All property along the express road from Etiosa LGA to Teen Junction Ekpe, up to 200 meters from the edge of the road, Ibeju, Lekki Council. All property within Mopo, Onibeju, Mopo Ijebu, Mopo 1, Akinlade, Imam Lawa, Olorukemi, Odunsoya, Tiamiyu, Moshore, Ikogo, Iwerukun, Odusina, Awofin, Sholu, Orumija, Okun Sholu, Igondo Oridu, Enukumi, Eleko Debojo Adesoye Aguntemi. Hey, Jesus, this name, God help me. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing these names well. Ogunti Mi, Okumbadore, Solo Alade Village Extension. I think next time when I have this kind of names, I'll just look for a Yoruba person to help me pronounce the names. Yeah, so it includes Akodo Road to Okunfolo Ishe Junction, Eleka Road up to 200 meters from the edge of the road, Ikorodu Road from Maryland, Idoia Laro to Ikorodu roundabout up to 200 meters from the edge of the road, Lagos Badagry Expressway from Ijanikin to Badagry roundabout up to 200 meters from the edge of the road, Lagos Abeokuta Expressway from Abule Egba to Shango Tollgate up to 200 meters from the edge of the road. And all property on Egbeda Akonwanjo Road, Egbeda Idimu Road, Sherry Idimu Road, Ikotun Road, Shasha Road, Lasu Iba Road, up to 100 meters from the edge of the road. All Zone C areas are made up of Agege, Ifako, Ijaye, Mushin, Oshodi, Solo, and Limosho councils. Yanokpaja, Egbeda Akonwanjo, Idimu, Ikotun, Sherry, Olofin, Igondo, Shasha, Ijegun, Egbe, Ayobo, Ipaja, Ikola, Miriam, Alagbado, Amikanle, Alakuko. Okay. Others are Amodofi Council, Festac Town, Satellite Town, Ijegun Egba, Amuwo, one Odofin, Ilashe, Abule Ado, Ibejuleki Council, which includes Abijo, Awoyaya, Ele Moro, Lakwe, Ekpetu, Bogije, Onishon, Kojola, Onosa, Ayeteju, Igondo, Eleju, Akpara Kaja, Fidoso, Sadiku, Gbadamosi. This one is Badesa, Oribanwa, Baloru Pelu, Lagbasa, Kasia Abiodun, Shakpete, Igondo Oloja, Idi Orobo, Ibeju Agbe, Eleko Obadore, Orimedu, Akodo, Magbon, Shegun, Idasho, Magbon Alade, Ibuteleki, Siriwon, Lekki Town, Igbekodo, Oshoroko, Okunfolo and Alero City, Okegun Town, Oko Orison Village. The minimum survey fee in these areas are between 750,000 and 25,931,588 naira. Now, in other two zones, Zone D, Ajeromi Ifelodun Ojo, Alimosho councils, Ijedodo, Ishefun, Ijagemo, Aleson, Egon, and Amodofin, Kirikiri Town and Ikorodu councils, as well as Zone E, Ikorodu Council, all areas, villages not listed in Zone D, but Badagry and Ekpe councils, the fees range from 500,000 naira to 18,621,058 naira, and also 350,000 naira to 60,743,132 naira, respectively. NIS Chairman Mr. Olukolade Kasim said the need to standardize the costing of cadastral survey works informed the introduction of cadastral survey practice policy in Lagos. I'll take this last paragraph and then we'll move to the next one. According to him, the median edition of the policy was reviewed in June 2007, while another review exercise was carried out in April 2012. Prevailing economic realities necessitated another review in 2017. However, the present economic situation brought to the fore the ever-growing gap between the enumerations of survey service and economic realities. There is the need, therefore, for a review of the 2017 edition and to meet with the present economic realities, Kasim said. All right. That's really a lot. And just like it has said, this is going to bring about, increase in the price of homes. All right. I'll take you to the next trend this morning. This time around, federal government wants developers against substandard buildings use of inferior materials. All right. The federal government has warned real estate developers who engage in the construction of substandard projects and unethical practice of to desist from such behavior or face the wrath of the law. Yes, I was trying to remember the word unethical practice. Yeah, when I was talking about the fact that increase in cement price and building materials would bring about unethical practices among some professionals and developers. Hence, the end product will be substandard buildings. And now the federal government is coming out to warn that developers should desist from, using inferior materials for buildings. All right. Now, the federal government has warned real estate developers who engage in the construction of substandard projects and unethical practice to desist from such behavior or face the wrath of the law. Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Mohammed Dangiwa, who commissioned a 63-building luxury apartment constructed by the major estates in Abuja, reiterated the resolve of the ministry to ensure that developers construct houses in line with laid down laws and regulation. He stated that in a rapidly growing city like Abuja, the demand for housing has surged, and it is the collective responsibility in the public and private sectors to respond to the need. Housing is not merely a fundamental human need. Housing is not merely a fundamental human need. It is one of the key pillars in which countries are built. The value of this housing project undertaken by DME Group is not only in the shelter. It's not only in the shelter that it will provide for beneficiaries, but in the jobs that it has created and the lives impacted, and above all, the contribution to national economic development. He added, the minister therefore maintained that the initiative taken by the developers to construct houses is aligning with the federal government's vision to sustainable urban development, saying it is imperative that housing projects cater for low and medium income earners. All right. Yes, that's a good one. Earlier, the managing director of the group, Olu Mayowa Olurishe, said they are committed to home ownership through the renewed Hope agenda, adding that the public-private partnership with government will lead to infrastructural development. He said the project was cited in an illegal tax park in Akpo, which posed a nuisance to those living in the National Assembly legislative quarters. Okay. Let me quickly bring you to the next trend. Female engineers have established a new resource technology and innovation hub in Lagos, which is aimed at empowering female engineering students, young engineers, and members to drive technological innovation. The hub, being promoted by the Association of Professional Women Engineers, APWEN Lagos chapter, is made possible through the donation of a 200 capacity hub by the Faculty of Engineering at the University of Lagos. The hub will create a collaborative ecosystem where female engineering students with 10% of boys, young engineers, can access resources, exchange knowledge, and develop innovative solutions to address social challenges. Speaking at her inauguration as the chapter new chairman launching of the hub, Mrs. Atinuke Olabi disclosed that the hub will offer members and aspiring engineers access to cutting-edge resources to enhance their skills and capabilities, adding that the hub is aptly named after Ife Oyedele Resource, the president of the UNINAG Alumni Association Worldwide and the executive director network of Niger Delta Power Holding Company. Some of the key features in the hub include cutting-edge technology, high-speed internet connectivity, entrepreneurship hub, and modern infrastructure to support various activities such as workshops, seminars, hackathons, 200 capacity hub, innovation lab, and networking events and state-of-the-art facilities. That's a good one. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was represented by the Chief of Staff Taiwo Ayinde, expressed heights. Okay. And with that, I take you to the next trend this afternoon. Ministry EFCC partner on housing fraud detection platform monitoring. The Federal Ministry Housing and Urban Development has forged an alliance with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC to ensure accountability in the real estate sector, protection of the rights and investment of Nigerians. Under the alliance, the ministry will establish a platform to monitor and detect instances of housing fraud perpetrated by dubious developers. The proposed platform will provide a user-friendly online interface for Nigerians to report incidents of housing fraud. Users submit complaints, provide evidence, and share relevant information about fraudulent practices anonymously, all with their identity disclosed depending on their preference. The online platform will collect, analyze, and categorize reported cases of housing fraud. It will gather information such as allocation, developer details, type of fraud, and evidence provided by victim of housing fraud. This data will help identify partners, trends, and hotspots of fraudulent activities in the real estate sector. The platform will operate within the existing legal framework governing the real estate sector. It will support legal actions against fraudulent developers by providing evidence and support to law enforcement agencies and regulatory bodies. By implementing the housing fraud detection and monitoring platform, the ministry aims to curtail housing fraud, ensure that there are legal consequences for fraudulent developers, promote transparency, and safeguard the interests of Nigerians in the real estate markets. We aim to protect the rights and investment of Nigerians by creating a transparent and accountable system. Using the platform, we will empower Nigerians with a transparent tool to report dubious developers and work in collaboration with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to investigate reported cases of housing fraud, according to the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa. All right, it is actually a welcome development. This is a platform that has been established for everyone out there to report any form of housing fraud with evidence. This is a great one, and this will go a long way to reduce any fraudulent activity in the real estate sector. Yes, this takes me to the next trend right here on Real Estate Market Trend. As economic wobbles, property owners convert offices to apartments. Has it gotten to that extent? Investors in the real estate market are worried that transactions in the office segment are declining as existing facilities are empty or half occupied. Hence, developers and landlords are converting offices to residential housing and short-let apartments to recoup investments. To recoup investments. All right. Major investors in the real estate sector, especially the commercial segment of the market, have begun to seek new ways of recouping their investments following the changing dynamics of work and macroeconomic factors, which are increasing availability of unused or underutilized office spaces in major city centers. The trend has made investors convert unused space to mixed use developments, such as residential housing and short-let apartments. The reality is that many people are still not returning to the office, or at least not nearly as often. A development that has profound implications not only for office owners, managers, and brokers, but also for investors. Most organizations are yet to recover from the poor economy as they continue with flexible work schedules, adopting work from home and hybrid work models of COVID-19 era to stave off rising operation challenges like power and transportation costs for staff, thus leaving many office buildings empty. Yeah. A report by Knight Frank ranked Lagos among the 12 top most expensive office markets globally, along other cities that include Singapore, London, Hong Kong, and even New York as of 2011. This was at a time the office market. This was at a time the office market was at its peak. It was gathered that a 500 square meter office in grade A and B grade buildings within locations like Ikoyi and Banana Island starts from $526,000 and $940,000 respectively. But the situation is different now, and trends to favor the tenants because supply has grown and the economy has weakened. The office segment of real estate market is experiencing difficult time as some buildings still record increase in vacancy rates, fostered by raising inflation and high rents. Unoccupied office buildings are becoming candidates for reinvention by developers and owners amid struggle to recoup investment. Okay, yeah. This is the reality on the ground, and this is what people will have. People will definitely want to improvise in order to still get something out of their investment. Okay, this takes me to the next trend, which is developers others urge FG to implement real estate policies. Yes. Members of Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDAN, and experts in the housing industry have urged the federal government to implement estate development policies, explore industry's potential to create wealth and job for unemployed Nigerians. They urge the government to activate local production of building materials and training of artisans, as well as associations to regulate their members to regain and or retain the confidence of the public. The managing director of the Nigerian Mortgage Refinance Company, Mr. Kehinde Ogundimu, who led the call at the 15th yearly general meeting of the REDAN, entitled Envisioning the Nation's Property Through Real Estate Development in Lagos, said Nigeria has tremendous opportunity to witness improved economic growth as well as achieve overall prosperity through a thriving real estate development sector. He urged that with the articulation implementation of optional real estate development policies and enabling business environment, the real estate development industry could catalyze the much needed infrastructure development and overall economic development in the country. Ogudimu explains that real estate development provides a wide range of employment opportunities in various areas such as construction, architecture, engineering, project management, real estate brokerage, property management, and maintenance. Ogudumi said direct and indirect employment opportunities are created where real estate projects are located. It is estimated that for every $1 million invested in the construction subsector, around 25 jobs are created. According to the African Development Bank, the construction sector in Africa creates more jobs units of investment than any other sector. Real estate development is a key driver of wealth creation and revenue generation in the most economies, with return on investment often exceeding those in other asset classes. All right, let's move to the next trend right here on the real estate market trend. Okay, just sit back and continue enjoying the latest information as far as the real estate industry is concerned. Right, live, yes, live all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, live from our beautiful studio, Cedarwood Luxury Studio. Yeah. Shelter Africa to support National Social Housing Fund. Okay. Pan-African Finance Institution, Shelter Africa Development Bank, has urged the Nigerian government to clear its outstanding capital subscription while pledging the bank's commitment to improve on its $220 million worth of housing loans for the country. The bank has already approved this disbursed $117.6 million loans to Nigeria. Amazing. The country owns 15.22% of the company's issued shares, making it the second largest shareholder after Kenya with 16.25%. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Shelter Africa Development Bank, Mr. Tiano Habib Han, gave the assurance when a delegation of the bank's leadership, led by its board chairperson, Dr. Chi Akpoji, embarked on a working visit to Nigeria last week to explore more areas of entry into the Nigerian housing market and pledge its support to bridge the nation's housing deficit. Speaking with Nigeria's Vice President, Kashim Shettima, Han expressed the bank's interest in playing a part in such initiatives such as National Social Housing Fund and Polaku resettlement scheme of the federal government, which aims to provide shelter for displaced Nigerians affected by banditry in selected states across the country. We are looking for more ways to collaborate with Nigeria on housing delivery. We believe the Palaku initiative and the National Social Housing Fund provide us an opportunity to further drive our mandate, which is to eradicate slums in Africa. We have done a lot of work already with several financial institutions, reputable developers, and some state governments, and we intend to do more. Okay. I'll give you the very last of, the very last real estate market trend this afternoon, Monday afternoon, 1:35. Okay. NIOB wants government to prioritize builders' document in projects. Okay. The Lagos State chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Banking, NIOB, has prescribed the prioritizing of builders' documents on federal and state government's projects. The institute said the government should put in place the right law that enables professionals to practice without any hindrance. The chairman and IOB Lagos chapter, Mr. Adeoye Thomas, gave the charge at a 2-day workshop entitled Effective Utilization of Builders Document for Sustainable Building Production Management Service in Lagos. He urged that without building documents and construction processes, building collapse may continue to happen in the industry. Adeoye observed that the building approval process is stressful and could lead to malpractice, but the builder's document helps to eliminate it. A past chairman of Continuing Professional Development CPD to expand their competence in the profession. Also speaking, a member of the institute, Mrs. Olayinka Momo, said the workshop is to reorientate the professionals to enable them to manage the construction artisans on sites. Yeah, with that, because of my time, I would not be able to bring to you more trends, but do not worry. Expect another wonderful edition of Real Estate Market Trend next week, Monday by 1 p.m. Yes, what we do on the Real Estate Market Trend program here on Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio is to bring to you the latest information, latest happenings in the real estate industry. So if you want to get the latest, the best of real estate information, you want to be informed, you want to be updated as far as the real estate industry is concerned, yes, this is the place you can always be. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you all. I would love to join. I'll be heading back to the anniversary program. Yes. Thank you, everyone, and see you again on Wednesday.
Now you know. Now you know. If you know, you know. The big ballers in town.
Happy New Year to you all. This is another beautiful year, 2024. I pray this new year will bring prosperity. This 2024 is a year of investment. That's why I'm bringing you people Cedarwood City Estate Owerri, powered by P1 Plus. My name is Emmanuel Madweke. I'm the business development manager of P1 Plus. This is a beautiful estate in the city of Owerri. This estate shares proximity with Olako Junction.